The halving is near. Every 4 years, we have what is called the Bitcoin halving. This video is not specifically for you to understand what the halving is, but to prepare for what the halving does to Bitcoin. We're not going to be doing technical analysis either here, but I'm going to be preparing you for whatever could happen to the market. Currently, the halving is projected to be in 18 days. So in 18 days, the process of mining a Bitcoin is going to get twice as difficult. So I think right now it's going to be 6.2 Bitcoin per block that you're going to be able to mine, something like that. Again, this video is not going to be a halving explanation. If you want to know about halving, we can explain it here for you. So let me know in the comments, leave it down here if the halving is something that you would like to understand more, to be not only prepared for ups and downs in the market, but also to be prepared mentally on what is a halving exactly. So let me know if that's something interesting for you guys. But again, we are going to be talking about the halving and how do you prepare with options for an upside movement, for a downside movement, or sideways market. All of these three we're going to be able to cover with options. You're going to be able to prepare yourself according to your strategy, according to what you believe Bitcoin is going to do after the halving in the short term or in the long term. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the halving we can see right here is in 18 days. So very, very close. We're almost there. I don't know if you've been following Bitcoin or if you've been buying Bitcoin for 4 years after the halving, but the major ideology, the major thesis that everyone has is that after the halving, there is a spike in price for Bitcoin. You most likely saw an image like this or similar that it shows all the halving periods of Bitcoin and usually what it does, what Bitcoin does after and before the next halving. You can see that right after the halving, it usually has a upwards movement, but then it stagnates and it goes down, so it corrects a little bit, and then it have a sideways market for the next halving. So almost closer to the 4-year step in the future for the next halving. So everyone says there's a bull market, then a bear market, and a pre-halving, which is a sideways market with a little bit of a bull rush before the halving itself. And other people say that this is just irrelevant because it is priced in. Whichever your beliefs are, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, you can take steps to earn in whatever market or in whatever condition you think the market's going to be in. So are you the only one preparing for this? No, actually, a lot of people have been starting to use options, crypto options, to prepare for the halving or to just speculate on Bitcoin as a whole. How do we know that? I'm going to show that to you right now. So first of all, take a look at this announcement here from Watch Your Guru. You should follow them on Twitter. They have amazing news, everything crypto related. So they just said that last Friday, the 29th, $15 billion worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum options expired that day. So on Friday, $15.1 billion worth of options expired that day. So a huge number. But again, this is just one number without historical data. Well, let's give you the historical data that you need. Let's go to the volume of Bitcoin options. Here you can see the graph. It goes all the way to March 2020. And since then, derivatives have been booming. You can see the size of these volume candles here for each and every month. And since 2023, these numbers kept increasing. Only November was less than October, but then after November, December, January, February, March, every month has been better than the other. And you can see March has been amazing with a total of 50.8, almost $51 billion worth of volume for Bitcoin options. So this is not Bitcoin and Ethereum like the announcement said. This is just for Bitcoin itself. Everton, what does it mean? It means two things: that people are getting ready for the halving and more people are starting to use crypto options. So why should you stay behind? Again, if you are very new, if you don't understand options at all, if you don't understand anything, you can check this video here that we posted explaining how to profit from options, especially during the weekend. But also you can click right here in the icon, go to the channel, and you can see there's a lot of new videos that we're posting about options itself. So we're going to be guiding you, and the topics makes it simpler for you to trade these options. Our goal is to simplify options for everyone else, so you don't need to be a genius, you don't need to be a 5-head to trade options. With just a few clicks, you're going to be able to open a position according to your strategy and according to your plan. So Everton, good talk, but how do we actually execute this? Well, we're going to jump into the protocol itself, and I'm going to show you these strategies that you can use for both scenarios, for the three scenarios that I told you, a bear market, a bull market, or a sideways market. And of course, we're also going to talk about expiration. So if you believe it's going to go up and then down, or down and then up, and then it's going to stay sideways, you can prepare for all of these three strategies and profit from all of them. So let's go to the protocol itself. This is Bitopics. Once you log into bitopics.io, you're going to go to income products and you're going to see this page right here. I explained it in this video on what you're looking at, and I also showed how the new UI is going to be. So if this is not the most appealing thing for you, don't worry, we're going to have a new UI coming soon with way better visuals for you to understand as a beginner. And also if you are an advanced trader as well, it doesn't hurt to have a very good looking UI. So here we have two expiration dates for April 5th, which is this Friday, and we also have for April 12th, so 2 weeks from now, and we have June 28th and September 27th. If you watched the last video, our weekly option actually made us some money. We made $44 on that day. So imagine $44 every weekend. If you want to know how to do that, the card is going to be right here for you to learn with us. So let's say you believe that in the next 6 months, Bitcoin is going to be rushing. So it's going to be going to the moon. It's going to be going to 80, 90, maybe $100,000. Who knows? Let's say in the short term, you believe Bitcoin is going to go up. So what can you do to prepare yourself? Well, you can do that with the income products or just with the option itself. With the option, it's going to be a little more expensive. So I'm going to show that to you just by opening a spread here. You believe that Bitcoin is going to be above 100K by June 28th? If so, you can open this position, and if you're right, and by June 28th, Bitcoin is indeed above 100,000, it doesn't need to be 200,000. It can be 100,001 for you to be profitable. Well, you're going to be making 363% ROI. What does it mean? If you put $100, you're going to get an extra $363 out of this. So overall, you started with 100, you ended up with $463. But let's say you're actually bearish. You actually think Bitcoin is going to crash. Because it's going to crash and then correct itself and go up. But let's say you believe by June 28th, it's going to be below 28,000. Well, again, this option right here, this spread right here, gives you 1894%, so 1,894% ROI. These are crazy numbers, but these are numbers that you can do not only with futures, you can also do these with options itself. But Everton, I did not find the strike that I want. I believe it's going to be above 80,000. I don't believe it's going to be above 100, but maybe 80,000. Well, this is where we go to the options section. You go right here to Bitcoin. So we go right here to the Bitcoin option tab. You can do this from the strike overview, but we're going to use just this tab right here on the left. We're going to go to June 28th. And we're going to go for 70, we're going to go for 85,000. We believe Bitcoin is going to be above 85,000. How many options we're going to go? Let's go for one. So if I want to buy a full option of Bitcoin for June 28th for the strike 85,000, I'm going to pay $8,500. So $8,500 to open this position. Let's say you don't have that much capital. Well, guess what? You can go fractions of a contract, which is something that you cannot do in the stock market, for example. So let's say we go 0.1 of this. Well, now it means that with $856, I can open a contract or 0.1 of a contract for an 85,000 strike for the 28th of June. Everton, what does it mean? Well, let me show with this animation. If Bitcoin by expiration, which is the line here that you're seeing, this is the expiration. If by this expiration, Bitcoin is above this line, meaning that it's above 85,000, you're going to be profitable. But not only that, if Bitcoin keeps going up, even before it reaches $85,000, you're going to be profitable anyways, because the option is going to increase in its price. So now it is 850, it can go to 950, 1050, 2000. Who knows? It all depends on how fast it goes up and how fast IV grows with these options. I hope you understood this explanation. And you can do that also for puts. So if you believe Bitcoin is going to go down, you can do the same thing. You can buy a put instead, a 25,000, a 30,000, 40,000, whatever it is the price that you believe Bitcoin is going to be at, or go over that price or under that price if you're buying a put. And so if you believe the market's going to be sideways, you can go to the income products and play with the income products itself. Of course, the lower the max profit, the higher the POP, the probability of profit of this option going in your favor. So make sure to understand that the target price is where you want Bitcoin to be on expiration date. So if it says right here above 75K, your target is for Bitcoin on April 5th to be 75.01 or to be 80 or to be 100. It doesn't really matter. And your max profit is going to be capped at that 288%. So for a sideways market, Bitcoin price shouldn't be moving much. So for example, now it is 69,783. If you believe it's going to keep above 69, which most likely will, this is a good option for you to open. But anyhow, what do you believe Bitcoin will do after the halving? Will it go up? Will it go down? Well, I want to hear from you down in the comments below. But before you do that, take 1 second, scroll down just a tiny bit, like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss when we post new videos here about bit topics, crypto options, or anything related. Again, I want to hear from you in the comments down below. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.